it in now, or else it blew up. I forgot to plug it in. I didn't know I plugged it in for a couple of minutes, but obviously that didn't help anything.
All right, so we have Paul, Levi, and Eric tonight. I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order.
You get to work?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it charging. We have minutes from the last two meetings. On the minutes, the the 410 meeting, the keep ticket, the only motion that was on there was keep 23-001 through 005 open and in progress. That was moved and forwarded on. That was the new tickets. Nothing else was changed. There was no other minutes. And in the March minutes that we didn't approve the previous meeting, we had input on all the tickets, Railroad Park Project, Morale Project, and Anchor Ingredients, but nothing was moved at that time. I have a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Paul moves. Eric seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right. Any other additions or changes to the agenda?
Just what I talked to you about on the, just to talk about Railroad Park.
Oh, yep. And the ticket updates, as for anything that we've had in the past, we haven't had anything. The only thing we need to look at is those two of them. Let me get the actual numbers. 2021-004. No, that one isn't in court tomorrow on Wednesday. And 2022-002, we sent that letter out to them.
That was which one?
That is the lot, the wooded lot over.
Okay. Yep.
And they were at the city commission meeting, but I don't see them here tonight.
And they had to come with a plan tonight.
Yes.
That's right. Interesting. They forgot.
Yeah, they were supposed to have a plan.
Right.
Just to clean up the woods and stuff.
Right.
However they wanted to move forward with it, something to let us know what their thoughts or progress or those type of things.
I'm guessing they didn't even think about it. Well, I think what I'd like to do on that then is I'll just reach out to them and say, hey, did you know you had to have this done by the 12th? It's 12th, right?
Today's is...
No, but I think it was dated the 12th, wasn't it?
They had to show up to the meeting today,
Oh,
but
so it is dated?
today,
Okay.
but they didn't have to have it done until the 12th. It was 30 days after I sent the notice.
So I think if it's okay, I can call them and say, hey, what's up here? You had a meeting, and just kind of give them the benefit of the doubt that they forgot, and tell them that, hey, we need a plan. So.
Okay.
If that's okay with everybody, we'll just do
we'll
that.
give them one more month.
Well, we can. Yeah, I suppose we could. They probably couldn't really assess things real good yet either, as wet as it's been. So, yeah, why don't we just do that? That way,
Is everybody okay with?
Yep.
and then we'll remind them that that's I'll try and remind him that that's, we'll give you a month, but we want, but give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe he forgot.
You need to
And,
come back to the next meeting.
Right, yep. He needs to have something written or come back, so.
So that's 2022. I gotta find the actual number again. $2022-002. That was the lot, 1 month. 2022-001, that is the property right next to it on the corner.
What were they supposed to do?
They were supposed to clean up last fall. We kind of worked on it and never got finished.
Okay.
We didn't move on to the city commission with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to wait on that one?
Yeah, I think we should wait on that too and see what they want to do. Does anybody have a contact? Do you know a
That
contact
is
information for
Berg.
them? Yeah.
Berg, do you want us to, should we send it one more letter again?
Well, or else just get a contact and see what they, if we can get a contact too, I can contact them too and just see what's the plan. And I haven't driven by there for a little while. I don't know if you've been there, so I don't really know how much worse it's got over winter. But
It didn't get any worse, but there hasn't been any more progress on it.
and isn't she an older?
No.
No, she's okay. Must be thinking of somebody else. But
So that's 2022-001. We'll give them a month and we'll follow up. 2022-003. That's the one in Caledonia. The vehicle's still there. That would be the one next
With
to
the van.
next to AJ's old house. She kept saying she was going to come to the meeting, but never did.
okay.
Should we send a reminder letter to come to the meeting? And say this is your.
She's been on mailing more than once, hasn't she? Or been contacted more than
Yep.
once? Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to move it forward into the city commission?
Have you been over there? So it's just the vehicle mainly?
There's vehicle and there was stuff on the back. I haven't drove down the alley to see, but I didn't want to run up the alley yet.
No.
Yeah. I know I've seen her out there working.
Well, being we got such a late spring, let's just give them a
1 more month?
month, and that way we can, because I'm guessing that a lot of these people, I haven't done anything in my yard,
Yeah.
so I could imagine what they've done. So
Right. 2022-004. That is at 218 4th Street Northeast.
is that the one next to it then?
Nope, that would be over by Tim Lee's.
Okay.
It'd be on the corner there.
Okay. And that's been there for a while? That's been out there for a while? When was that first sent?
That was sent in,
Wasn't that last fall already?
no, that was last, middle of the summer.
Or middle of summer
We
already?
started with them.
Okay.
And there's been some additional complaints on theirs vehicles.
I don't know, what do you think, Eric?
Which place is it?
Would be,
One across from these?
yep, or do you know where Paula Suda, and
Yeah.
so it's behind Paula Suda's house,
Oh, on the corner.
right on the corner, yep.
Where before you turn, there's like a dead end.
Yep.
You turn.
Yep.
You can only turn right.
Yep.
Okay. And we've talked to them before.
We've sent letters a couple times.
hold off and see how things go on Wednesday?
Well, that's my gut feeling, yes.
Okay.
1 month,
Yep.
and we'll do that the same with the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2022-006, that's 602 2nd Avenue Northeast. And I know Leaf had said that one hadn't changed much.
Yeah, maybe a lot of them just need that reminder that, because most of these have already been gone, a lot of these older ones have been already gone through with the city council and everything, haven't they, a lot of them?
Some of them have,
Yeah, so I think it's a matter of, if they haven't had anything done, I think we give them a month and just say, hey, and then, it's just a form letter anyway, right? It's kind of the same thing?
Yep.
Okay. Just a reminder.
Yeah.
Okay, I can send letters out again. All right, so we have new tickets that we held off on a little bit. 2023-001, which is Anchor Ingredients, which we have seen progress on there. They did get shoots down, and it looked like they were cleaning up a little bit, but
It's the one down here, or the
both of them.
Both of them, yeah.
So I think we just keep working with them. I think they are working and cleaning,
Yeah,
so.
I think so. I think we work with all those guys along there and get them, and kind of, I think at some point here, when it does dry off, I would like, and if somebody'd like to join me, that'd be great, to go and just visit with Tim about, what the complaints were, get an official, what people are complaining about.
Yep.
And then go and visit with him about what we can do, but we need to know specifically, whoever filed that complaint, specifically what they were, because we just can't have a general blanket that it needs to be this and this, it needs to be more precise about what they do, so
Right.
that's my feeling anyway. I think we need a more
More
precise direction, because they're our business, and some things they're not gonna be able to, it's not gonna be perfect, it is a business, but, if there's areas that, that we can agree on,
Right.
baby steps.
Baby steps. So I did find out on the next section, which would be that in between, that is railroad property.
Okay,
They have no lease agreement on it.
okay,
And it sounded like they were going to send in encroachment letters to both properties on either side,
okay,
because they weren't sure who was encroaching. So railroad is working on that, so we can leave that kind of in their hands too for a little bit.
okay. And plus, I think they're on the way, I think he's working on selling the building to the south,
Correct.
so.
That's what I heard anyways.
So we'll see. That's gonna be dependent on how fast he can move that building, obviously, since he wants to do. I know he's not happy, with the mess there either, and he's trying to do what he can to get them to clean up, and I haven't drove by there for a while to see if they've got anything out of there or not,
I haven't either,
so.
or paid attention. I mean, I drove by and looked, but I didn't notice any big changes.
Right.
And then 2023-005 was the interesting one. That's the pigeons. So it looked like they cleaned up on the bottom, but not necessarily on top. And that's my fault. I forgot to reach out. So
I talked to Dan, and
Oh, you
he's,
did?
yeah, and he's gonna get, he's gonna pressure wash, the sidewalk there and try and get that when it gets nice out, and clean that part of it. So he didn't really elaborate on what was gonna happen up on the top side, but I think most of it's gonna be on the bottom side, on the
which I don't
sidewalk.
think it was. Now they're not there, so it was just
Right.
the winter time.
Right. So maybe if he gets it cleaned up, he might be okay, so.
Right.
But I just, I'd mentioned to him that they might want to let the owner know that, this is something that's on our radar, and, we might have to figure out something to do with it, because obviously that's, if it was a grass someplace and someplace where nobody goes, it wouldn't really be an issue, but being it's where it is, it gets to be more of an issue, so we can't have that there during Hillsborough days.
No, but on a good note, they are cleaning it up.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's definitely, he was very receptive and very, knowing of, that it's a problem, and he was willing to work with the owner to resolve it, so I think there's a case where I think communicating with him and, I think it'll be good.
Okay. I'll just do a blanket approval of all the updates then on those.
I'll move to approve all of our updates.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. Eric? Yes or no?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
And a yes for me, all in favor. The mural project. I did find the new artist or new art teacher coming to town is interested, and she has done murals before. She said in her hometown, but I didn't know what her hometown was. I think it's Valley City, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh, really?
But I figured once she gets moved to town, we can have her come and we can talk more about that.
Yeah, that would be great. And I did mention I talked to Jennifer, and she said she would work with us on,
Right.
if we got people to help and stuff. So,
And she might have ideas and
Yep.
other things, and so
Yep.
I think that's a good. If she's willing to, we need that person to kind of spearhead it.
Right. That's what we really need. Is we need. I think we have sources for funding, but we need somebody that's willing to do it. So,
Right.
so
And then the last old business is Railroad Park. So I don't know if you'd seen this, but that was we did approve there's going to be a vendor market, food market,
everything.
farmers market,
Kind of
all
everything.
everything.
Kind of all the above. It sounds like they're gonna have music too, and so I'm guessing it's gonna be. If you want to sell your art type of thing, you could probably get a booth. I think they said they're $20 for.
Something like that.
So
Pretty
sounds
cheap.
like a good deal. Hopefully it works good for them. So
Right.
it'll be like everything. I think you're going to have bugs to work out of it, but
Yeah.
Right.
if they get it done, and
But they've seen the potential of this area, and that's where they want to have it. So with that, Paul said, do we need to start really pushing to get a fence put in? Whether it's not what we want, or whether something to see.
well, even like I was telling Eric before he came, I said even if we can't get the budgeting to get way down to the end, if we could at least do it in phases, maybe first for 3-4 months and do part of it, and then do the next part at the end of the year or something, or some more budgeting. But I think that I know there's some pushback on it, but I still think that regardless, I think it's kind of an eyesore, and even if they don't think they're going to use it much, but I think it's important that we clean it up, that we get the water out of it, because there's going to be, as you can see, there's water over there, so if we can, if we can get that filled in a little bit and get some of the elevations figured out, maybe look at the trees come when they start leaving out and see if there's anything to be dead, but I think I think we need to kind of move forward with what we might want to do over there. So, and then if we then once we get a plan, we can figure out this is what we need. Now, what are some of our funding sources?
And the only reason I had said white picket to begin with was I thought that would help with as a sound barrier when the trains do come by. I mean, it's not going to be completely
Right.
soundproof, but it does knock it down.
Yeah, that used to be kind of a game changer for me, but I don't know if it is anymore. If it's, I just, because I've seen a lot of things with a lot of fences where people have decorated them up too, the chain link fence, and they look pretty good, so. But,
Well, I know that, you know, there's pudding cups you can put in there, there's
Yeah.
slats you can put in there, there's,
yeah.
if you wanna do a chain link, and maybe I'll see I'll measure it out, what it is, and maybe I'll get some quotes and find out what it would actually cost us.
What are
One, what it would cost to have a company put it in, which I don't know what their timeline would be, and then one if we had volunteers helping putting it in.
for materials and stuff, so.
Right. Because some of them, I don't think it would be a hard project to do if you knew what you're doing.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would be either if you knew what you're doing, so.
And some of those, you think you can just pound the pipes in, you don't have,
Yeah, I don't know.
if I remember it, you don't have to cement them in as long as you're not going to, as long as you're not gonna put stuff on it, the chain link pole can be pounded in.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then that saves money because it's not drilling holes.
Right. Well, I think it's just something we gotta start looking at, that I support looking at, and, you know, maybe when we start getting prices and stuff, maybe we go, ooh, we gotta work on something, but, I think we gotta start moving forward, because at the very least, I think we need to get the dirt put in if we can find dirt and get that filled in and.
Well, the dirt we have already, so that pile.
Is that very good dirt? It looks like it's got a lot of junk in it. Where'd that come from?
It's what was out of
That loading dock?
that loading dock, yep.
Okay. So,
So I don't know what, I haven't looked at it, I didn't get
I
to
just
look.
kinda looked at it from a distance.
But that also got snow piled up on it and junk, so we might have to go through that a little bit.
Right, so,
But some of it could be used and then possibly we just put topsoil on
right,
top
get
of
some
it.
good stuff, so.
So,
But, so we'll leave it at that, is we'll kind of probably just get some prices and then, go from there, huh?
well, the first thing is once it dries up, myself or we'll have the city crew
Right.
go in and level and get it
Yeah.
so we can,
Yeah.
that's the first step.
And when I talked to Jim once, Jim had interest that the city could possibly, if they don't get swamped with other stuff, that they could probably help with that too, you know, so.
Right.
And they're, you know, that'd be good for them to do that, so, if they're able to, so.
Which I did clarify with our insurance company, as long as it's city, if it's city employee doing the work, we are covered under insurance. So even if it was one of the, on a committee or on a commissioner, then they're paid, it is, insurance is covered. And even if it was a volunteer and you're doing the work for the city, it would be covered as well.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
it's just when it's not.
Well, that would seem logical.
But I just wanted clarification so that we actually did have it.
Right, so, but.
But there is funds out there, so do we want to, when we hear about those, do we want to start applying? I did put in before for the Aggie Foundation, but I never did hear back from them. I know I think some are against it, but then it's not like we're starting a new park.
No.
Why are they against it?
I think they just don't want to stick the money in.
Well, and part of it, I think they don't think it's the kids to be there, but it's not, I don't know if we're necessarily looking at it necessarily as a place, maybe we don't have anything with kids, it's more just a, you know, put the fence there so you
It's
don't
a-
have to. It's, what I wanted is for things like this.
Yeah.
I
You
think
have,
it's more of the, like the lights in downtown Fargo with that, it's a park,
right,
but it's not a
right.
playground park.
Right,
It's
not a
a-
playground park, yeah. Well, and we talked about, you know, putting a big tree. We talked about putting some smaller trees to light up, and that's kind of what, you know, it might not get down here all the way, but, you know, you just, it's not something, it's something to me that more than likely, unless somebody makes a huge donation, it's gonna be something that we're gonna probably have to do in steps, and to me, it's as much about beautification as anything, because it does look kind of rough in there, you know, and the weeds tend to grow up, and
I mean, and we've already got stuff on that end that's been there for years, so let's, you know, maybe it's even asking the railroad, can we paint something on that house to make it look more like a You see, they do that in Fargo. They like wrap the electrical boxes.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, yeah.
Just to make it look as part of the environment, not
Sure.
just
Yeah.
this silver box in the middle of the. But yeah, if you guys, I think as long as you guys hear of money, if we can apply for it and get some of it. 'Cause
Yeah, I think if there's anything out there that that's available, if we can apply for it. That's most they can say is no, and we can say
Right.
we'll come back with a better plan. You know, we can
Right.
come back with a better plan then. So, but,
Okay. So we'll keep working on that, and I'll get some numbers by the next meeting, hopefully. If not before.
yeah, if you get them before, maybe we can, because we might need that. Maybe if we do start applying for something,
Right.
we might need some of them numbers to go with. So.
Okay. Do we need? Oh. Well, we probably should have a motion if we're going to move forward with quotes and looking for grants.
Yep, I'll make that motion.
Okay.
Second.
Moved and seconded to move forward on grants and move forward on looking at different parts for Railroad Park.
And we do want to clarify on that motion that we're just, we're looking at it from the standpoint of trying to clean it up.
Right.
Get it going there. We have, we're still wide open for what could potentially be there, but, like I said, this between two cities is an example of you'd have a nice safe area with a fence and it cleaned up. You'd have a nice safe area for events like that. And they're talking, this is a lot of times, it's not just once a year. That's quite a few times, so it would get used quite a bit, so.
Well, and I know they want to do stuff down in the other park, but then how much money do you stick in there to get it, and then it floods every few
Exactly.
years?
Yep, so.
Okay.
Okay, I don't have any more discussion now. You got
Paul?
anything?
Oh, all right, Paul?
Yes.
Yes.
And a yes for me, so motion carries. And I think that was the last item. So. Anything else for the good of the order?
I think that's all that I had thought of.
I think so. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. We're at 7:45.